Well, guys, I am really excited for this for two reasons. One, we are finally done with the movies and Dragon Ball Z, and two, you guys will be seeing some pretty interesting alterations now. Anyway, I guess we should start with the story. Anyway, it starts out kind of like the movie did, where Lord Bills is waking up. He's, doing all that stuff. Whis is talking to him, shows pretty much everything else. But the thing is that Whis doesn't actually know about Gohan. I know what you're thinking because he shook the entire underworld. How would he not know about Gohan? But it just is that Janemba hid their sight from Whis and from anybody able to spy in on them. But anyway, on with it. Pretty much they're Whis and Bills is talking back and forth. And Whis says, well, the person that defeated Frieza is actually on King Kai's planet right now. Bills takes interest in this and wondering, well, why is he on King Kai's world? Whis says, well, apparently he's dead, but from what I can see, comparing him to the ones on Earth, he might be the strongest out of all of them. Not knowing that Gohan is currently on King Kai, or not King, but Supreme Kai's planet. Now, as for Gohan, he showed up at that Bulma's party, said happy birthday, all that, but he had to go because he was busy. So he left. Anyway, Whis and Bills go to King Kai's planet. Everything is relatively normal. Goku is actually on King Kai's planet because he was kind of bored with the Grand Kai's training ground. He wanted to hang out with King Kai more, so he went with him back to his planet. But Supreme Kai actually contacts King Kai and says that I think Lord Bills is awake. They are talking back and forth about that. And King Kai is like, well, what do you want me to do? Supreme Kai says, I want you to keep Goku away from Bills. Neither one of them can know about each other. King Kai nods, says, well, that's wise. What about Gohan, though? From what I can tell, he's leagues stronger than what Goku currently is. Supreme Kai actually is a little bit nervous about this and says, well, actually, Gohan I got him up here just so he doesn't run into Bills, because if them two fought, it could possibly spell the end for the entire universe. It would be almost as if two gods of destruction were fighting. King Kai says, well, that's wise. And Goku overhears some about Gohan, and he asks, what about my Gohan? And who is this Lord Bills guy? King Kai comes up with the excuse that they were talking about root beer floats, that Gohan was actually going to get one with Supreme Kai, and yeah, usual stuff. Anyway, Lord Bills shows up. The stuff goes up to canon towards that part. Goku fully powers up into Super Saiyan 3, but I would like to say this. Goku stands a better chance against Bills in this fight than what he did in the movie or the actual TV series. I'm ignoring the actual arc from Super, and we're just going with the movies, by the way. Anyway, because he was training all those years, in the afterlife, getting stronger and stronger. Anyway, they actually start, fighting, kind of like they did in the movie, but it still ends pretty much the same way because Goku still isn't as strong enough to actually really give Bills a chance or a run for his money. So Bills goes to planet Earth and says, I wonder if any of the other Saiyans that are alive could tell me what's going on. Anyway, King Kai contacts Supreme Kai back and says, well, I kind of failed my mission. I tried to keep Goku from fighting Lord Bills, but it looked like that didn't work. Supreme Kai said, well, is everything okay? He says, well, yeah, but Goku right now is, pretty much indisposed of. Now, here's the thing that Supreme Kai messed up on. He is communicating with King Kai, but he doesn't notice that Gohan is actually showing back up from what he told him to go get. And he hears about the God of Destruction heading to Earth after fighting his father. Gohan screams out, what? This actually startles Supreme Kai. He turns around to see Gohan standing there, and he actually begins to sweat because that was not meant to really be. Gohan is not supposed to know about this at all. Gohan actually is about to rush off towards Earth. Supreme Kai holds up his arms like, whoa, 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 no, don't do that. Gohan says, what, you think that I'm just going to let some god destroy my planet because he has an attitude problem? I have fought time and time again to save my home. There's no way in heck that I'm going to let some cat destroy it. Anyway, at this point, Elder Kai shows up and says, wait a second, Gohan. Why don't you just wait and see how things are going to happen on Earth before you start rushing off? Because just because Lord Bills shows up on a planet does not necessarily mean that he's going to wind up destroying it. Matter of fact, I don't really see too much of a reason for him to destroy Earth other than maybe humans polluting it, which destroying it would definitely do more than just pollute it. Gohan's like, okay, but if he starts trying to destroy my planet, expect me to go there and attempt to destroy him. This actually makes all the Supreme Kai, Kibuko Kai, and Elder Kai worried because they know what will happen if Lord Bills actually winds up dying. None of them know the full extent of Lord Bills or really Gohan, because like I said, Janemba was affecting them being able to see. And that. Anyway, Lord Bills shows up on the planet. It's relatively similar to what happened in the movie. The only difference is that Vegeta is contacted. He does try to make everything, nice and simple. Now, as for when my Pilaf and Shu actually grabs Krillin first thing first instead of Videl, I think it was, or whoever it was. No, wait, that was Goten, I think, or Trunks. But anyway, pretty much Videl's not there, and Hercule's not there. Majin Buu definitely is not there. But as we know, with Lord Bills, something will eventually go wrong. And it does when Oolong accidentally trips and spills his drink on Lord Bills. He gets angry and everything else. And pretty much things kind of cool down a little bit. And this starts over with the pudding gag. Except for instead of Majin Buu, it turns out that Pyar and Oolong done ate all the pudding before Lord Bills was able to really get any. So that gets him mad. He threatens to blow up the planet. Vegeta, attacks. All of them start fighting. Gohan sees this and says, okay, well, to heck with this. He quickly transmissions over towards Earth. Now, at this point, they have done started. By the time Gohan arrives, they have done summoned Shenron. And oh yeah, did I mention that Vegeta's brother is actually there, so it kind of fills the spot of where, Vidal's power would actually come in. And I know what you're thinking, we're still one shot, but that's because Goku's dead. And before they could figure anything else out about how to summon the Super Saiyan God, Gohan shows up and actually tells Bills right out that if he thinks that he's going to be able to destroy his home, he has another thing coming. Lord Bills is like, oh, really? You really think that you can fight me? A mere mortal has nothing against the God of destruction. Now, here's the thing. Gohan is not going to hold back against Lord Bills. Supreme Kai and King Kai during the time said that, Gohan, if you actually are going to fight him, I would not hold back at all. And pretty much he doesn't. Before Lord Bills actually knows it, Gohan actually comes at him at full force, grabs a hold of him, and flies off into outer space. Kind of like a shoulder round with him. And they're gone. Now, Gohan does activate the technique that the Kais taught him how to breathe in space or survive in space. And I believe that's a good place as any to end this. So anyway, you know the routine. Like, subscribe, hit the little bell in the corner. And I will see you in the next video where we get to see if Gohan or Lord Bills is going to wind up winning this fight. And I will tell you that one of them will not be walking away. Bye.